The lifestyle of a high-value woman is made up of habits that constantly nourish her inner strength and external success. These habits not only give her strong personal growth, but also the power to inspire those around her. So, what could these habits be? In today's video, we will discover the 9 important habits that transform the life of a high-value woman. Let's jump right into the video and learn how we can integrate these habits into our own lives. 1. Being aware of your own value. Being aware of your own value means discovering your inner strength and making choices in your life with this awareness. A woman's understanding of her own value is not only connected to external achievements, but also to inner peace and balance. This awareness forms the foundation of self-confidence and determines what a person deserves, desires, and expects to have in life. A woman who is aware of her value listens to her inner voice without needing the approval of others and shapes her life accordingly. Knowing one's own value is not just about accepting oneself, it also reminds others that they are valuable. The more a woman values herself, the easier it is for her to value those around her. Because respecting others begins with respecting oneself. When a woman loves herself, she is clearer about setting boundaries and building healthy relationships. She wants to contribute something valuable to the people in her life, not just take something from them. Being aware of one's own value also enables one to resist external pressures, becoming indifferent to the beauty standards imposed by society. Definitions of success, or any kind of external criticism, is a direct result of knowing one's inner value. A woman who is at peace with her own value does not see anyone as less valuable than herself, but she also does not give too much importance to what others think of her. This gives her emotional freedom and inner peace. Finally, being aware of one's own value also plays a major role in setting and maintaining personal boundaries. A woman's self-worth affects not only her own life, but also the lives of others. Therefore, instead of being manipulated, exploited, or belittled by others, she becomes more conscious about establishing healthy relationships and maintaining balance in them. A woman who values herself is capable of valuing others, but this behavior does not mean sacrificing herself or neglecting her own needs for others. By the way, if you like the video and subscribe to our channel, you will be supporting me in the most effective way. 2. Paying attention to mental and emotional health. Mental and emotional health are essential elements for a woman to maintain inner balance and increase her resilience in the face of life's challenges. When a woman takes care of her mental and emotional health, she not only achieves personal peace, but also strengthens her relationships with those around her. Mental health involves developing healthy thought patterns, coping with stress, and maintaining inner calm. Emotional health, on the other hand, is about managing emotions in a healthy way and developing emotional intelligence to build deeper and more meaningful relationships. Maintaining mental health means that a woman must constantly focus on her thoughts and avoid negative thought patterns. Practices such as meditation, deep breathing exercises, and yoga are effective tools for achieving mental relaxation. In addition, reading books, learning new things, and keeping the mind active are habits that strengthen mental health. These types of activities increase a woman's mental capacity and enable her to respond more clearly and healthily to stimuli from the outside world. A woman who cares about her emotional health does not suppress or ignore her feelings. Instead, she accepts her emotional needs and responds to them appropriately. Accepting negative emotions and being at peace with them means developing emotional intelligence. The way a woman expresses herself is an indicator of her emotional health. Emotional health also improves a person's ability to cope with stress. Developing healthy coping strategies, e.g., writing, exercising, engaging in creative activities when faced with challenges helps maintain emotional balance. Mental and emotional health affects not only a woman's relationship with herself, but also her relationships with others. Having a healthy mental and emotional state increases empathy, understanding, and tolerance. A person who does not feel well may not be able to support others in a healthy way. Therefore, self-care, emotional healing, and healthy thinking habits not only improve individual quality of life, but also enable the formation of healthier and stronger bonds with the environment. Finally, a woman who prioritizes mental and emotional health sees seeking professional help as a source of strength. Consulting a therapist or seeking guidance on mental health issues is not seen as a sign of weakness, but rather as a powerful step forward. This awareness is an important part of participating in the emotional healing process and progressing on the path of personal growth. Mental and emotional health are essential elements for sustainable success and inner happiness in all areas of life. 3. Set healthy boundaries. Setting healthy boundaries is one of the most fundamental indicators of a high-value woman who treats herself and others with respect. Boundaries protect a person's physical, emotional, and mental space, ensuring that others respect these boundaries. A woman who can set clear boundaries for herself and those around her prioritizes her own needs and maintains a balanced life without infringing on the rights of others. This habit plays an important role not only in relationships, but also in professional and social life. One of the most important elements of setting healthy boundaries is knowing one's own value and rights. Being able to set one's own boundaries is a direct reflection of a woman's self-respect. For example, a woman's refusal to accept someone constantly taking her time or engaging in behavior that harms her not only boosts her self-confidence, but also enhances her ability to form healthy relationships. Boundaries make a person's relationships with others healthier because when people respect each other's boundaries, a sense of mutual trust develops. Setting healthy boundaries includes the ability to say no. Many people violate their boundaries in order to avoid hurting or disappointing others. However, a high-value woman does not feel guilty when she says no to others because she knows that she is respecting her own rights and those of others. Saying no not only protects one's personal space, but also grants others the same rights. This fosters more open, honest, and solid communication in relationships. Setting boundaries applies not only to others, but also to oneself. A woman must set boundaries for herself while balancing work, family, and social life. For example, a woman may always want to help others, but she should limit her offers of help before she becomes overly exhausted and drained. This aims to protect her health, energy, and time. Setting boundaries improves the quality of life of a woman who takes care of herself and respects others. In conclusion, setting healthy boundaries is a habit that brings balance and peace to all of a woman's relationships. This habit increases others' respect for her while also strengthening her self-respect. A woman who can set healthy boundaries builds healthier, more fulfilling relationships and lives a balanced life without losing control of her life. This habit is an important part of her personal development journey, providing her with both inner peace and external security. 4. Having strong communication skills. A woman of high value develops a high level of awareness in both expressing herself and understanding others through effective communication skills. Strong communication is not only about choosing the right words, but also about using body language, tone of voice, and emotional intelligence. This skill enables a woman to build healthy, respectful, and effective relationships with those around her. Communication is not just about conveying a message, but also about accurately conveying feelings and thoughts and establishing meaningful connections with others. Being a good communicator is directly linked to self-confidence. A woman who knows her own worth is not afraid to express her thoughts and feelings openly. This also brings sincerity and openness to communication. A strong communicator conveys what they feel and think directly but politely to the other person, thus preventing misunderstandings and confusion. Confident communication allows others to express themselves more comfortably. A woman who possesses such effective communication skills also has a significant advantage in her social and professional life. In addition, a woman with strong communication skills should also be skilled at active listening. Listening is not just hearing the person who is speaking, but also understanding them, showing empathy, and providing accurate feedback. Active listening is one of the most powerful tools in communication because it makes people feel valued and shows that you understand them. A high-value woman is attentive to understanding the thoughts, feelings, and needs of others. This gives her strong empathy skills and allows her to form deep connections with others. Listening can sometimes be as important as expressing yourself, because healthy communication is based on mutual understanding. Strong communication skills also include the ability to resolve conflicts. Even if a woman experiences difficulties in communication, she remains calm and addresses the problem objectively. By demonstrating an understanding approach, she creates a constructive dialogue environment in the event of a potential disagreement. By using the right words, avoiding emotional reactions, and maintaining a solution-oriented attitude, she prevents the situation from escalating. These skills help relationships continue in a healthy manner and enable women to be effective leaders in their professional lives. Finally, women with strong communication skills are also aware of the power of body language. Body language can convey more than words. Making eye contact, maintaining good posture, and expressing emotions through gestures and facial expressions make communication more effective. A confident woman's body language is naturally strong. This reinforces what she says and instills trust in those around her. The proper use of body language complements verbal communication and allows for deeper, more effective connections. In conclusion, having strong communication skills is one of the fundamental keys to success in every area of a woman's life. These skills include not only communicating effectively, but also building strong relationships based on mutual respect, understanding, and empathy. A woman who can express herself clearly and listen to others builds stronger and more fulfilling connections in her life. This habit gives her great strength and advantage in both her personal and professional life. 5. Be inspiring and motivating. A woman of high value not only reflects her own strength to those around her, but also has the ability to inspire and motivate others. Being inspiring and motivating means that a woman can create positive changes not only in her own life, but also in the lives of those around her. This involves sharing her passion and energy with others, helping them find more courage in life. An inspiring woman sets an example for others, not only through her words but also through her actions. Being inspiring often begins with a woman sharing how much difficulty she has faced on her own journey and how she overcame those difficulties. Difficulties and obstacles are an inevitable part of life. However, how a woman overcomes these obstacles gives hope to others and empowers them in their own struggles. This could be a personal victory story, a past failure, disappointment or loss, but she shares how she overcame it, how she got back on her feet, and how she turned it into a source of motivation. An inspiring woman not only recognizes her own strengths, but also helps others recognize their potential. Being motivating means helping others realize their potential. A woman of high value recognizes the strengths of those around her and encourages them to develop these strengths further. She provides the necessary support to help others achieve their goals. However, this motivation is not limited to encouraging words. A truly motivating woman provides those around her with the tools, guidance, and self-confidence they need. She inspires them by taking courageous steps and risks herself. Drawing on her own experiences, she shows others that they too can overcome their fears and achieve their goals. In addition, an inspiring woman is empathetic and understanding towards others. She knows that each individual progresses at their own pace and faces different obstacles on their journey. Therefore, when motivating others, she tries to understand them and offers personalized support. Everyone needs to grow stronger, rise higher, and expand, but each individual's needs are different. Being an inspiring woman is based on understanding this diversity and having the ability to provide personalized, appropriate motivation. An empathetic approach means understanding others' feelings and encouraging them while treating them with respect and care. Finally, being inspiring and motivating starts with embracing a passionate and positive lifestyle. A woman's contribution to the world around her is directly related to how she lives her life. A woman who passionately follows her own path and enjoys her life inspires those around her to pursue their passions in the same way. A positive attitude is a powerful source of motivation. Being able to remain positive even in the face of adversity gives hope to others. Such a woman not only uses her own inner strength, but also encourages those around her to find their own inner strength. Ultimately, being inspiring and motivating is about empowering those around you and helping them reach their full potential. This trait shows that a woman has the capacity to transform not only her own life, but also her community and the world around her. A woman of high value can inspire others and motivate them to pursue their dreams. This is not only helping others, but also creating a social impact. Being inspiring and motivating is one of the ways a woman can leave a lasting mark on the world around her. 6. Be open to continuous learning and discovery. One of the most distinctive characteristics of a high-value woman is her openness to continuous learning and discovery. Remaining an individual who develops, changes, and evolves throughout life makes personal and professional success sustainable. Continuous learning is not limited to acquiring new knowledge. It also involves seeing every experience in life as a learning opportunity. This attitude carries her on a journey of continuous growth, both internally and externally. Being open to discovery means approaching the unknown with curiosity and accepting to step outside her comfort zone. A high-value woman is courageous, passionate, and determined in this process of discovery and learning. Being open to continuous learning is not limited to a woman's educational life or professional skills. It can extend to every area of life, from relationships to personal development. Being mentally active and embracing new ideas and perspectives not only equips her with new skills, but also enriches her way of thinking. When a woman is eager to learn something new every day, she expands her mental capacity and gains the ability to solve problems in more creative ways. This helps her make better decisions both in the workplace and in her personal life. The learning process gives her more resilience and flexibility in overcoming the obstacles she encounters in life. Being open to discovery is about adapting to innovation and change. A woman of high value accepts going beyond habits and traditions. Stepping out of one's comfort zone can often be daunting, but a woman open to discovery transforms this fear into courage. By opening herself up to new experiences and opportunities, she consciously explores new paths. This is not just about seeing the world from different angles, but also about pushing personal boundaries, acquiring new skills, and reaching previously unimagined potential. Discovery deepens a woman's life and offers her different perspectives. Being open to continuous learning and discovery also requires flexibility and adaptability. Being patient in the face of challenges and quickly adapting to changing circumstances helps a woman lead a healthier and more balanced life. In this process, a woman's intelligence, knowledge, or experience is as important as her willingness to learn and grow. Continuous learning not only provides her with knowledge, but also gives her the ability to contribute to the world with that knowledge. A woman who is open to discovery embraces different perspectives and innovations, thereby adapting to changes in society. Finally, continuous learning and openness to discovery increase a woman's personal satisfaction. Every new experience and every new thing she learns gives her the opportunity to get to know herself more deeply. Growing through knowledge and experience adds more meaning to her life. At the same time, this attitude inspires those around her. A woman's constant pursuit of new knowledge serves as a model for continuous growth and discovery for those around her. This brings her not only professional success, but also personal peace and fulfillment. Being open to discovery and learning adds depth, color, and excitement to a woman's life, while also providing her with a strong sense of inner satisfaction. In conclusion, being open to continuous learning and discovery is a habit that enriches a woman's life in every way. This habit leads not only to individual success, but also to a deeper and more meaningful life. A woman of high value transforms her life into a journey filled with constant innovation, excitement, and potential when she is always ready to learn and discover. 7. Paying attention to aesthetics and self-image. A high-value woman shows respect and love for herself by taking care of both her physical and spiritual well-being. Paying attention to aesthetics and image does not only mean caring about one's appearance, but also reflecting inner peace and confidence to the outside world. This begins with a woman recognizing her own value and importance. Valuing her image is a reflection of her inner strength and self-respect. This attitude makes her feel good about herself, both physically and emotionally, and has a positive effect on those around her. A woman's attention to her aesthetics and image begins with establishing a personal care routine. Nourishing and caring for her hair, skin, and body not only enhances her external beauty, but also demonstrates the care she has for herself. However, this is not limited to cosmetic care. A woman of high value also pays attention to her inner care. She nourishes her mind and soul. Regular exercise, healthy eating, and meditation are habits that support not only physical health, but also mental and emotional well-being. A woman who takes care of herself achieves a balance between her external and internal self, leading a stronger, healthier, and more peaceful life. Paying attention to one's image also involves one's style of dress, posture, and personal expression. A woman of high value uses her style as a means of personal expression. Clothing is a tool that reflects her identity and personality. Her appearance is a sign of her self-confidence and self-respect. Although outward appearance does not determine a woman's value, dressing aesthetically is a habit that makes her feel strong and valuable. Her choice of clothing reflects her inner world and conveys this confidence and respect to those around her. Paying attention to aesthetics and image also involves being honest with oneself and accepting oneself as one is. A woman of high value accepts herself as she is, but this acceptance does not mean being closed to growth. On the contrary, it brings with it the desire to constantly create a better version of oneself. When paying attention to her image, she focuses on her strengths and qualities rather than physical or external imperfections. A woman who is eager to improve herself in every way is not affected by criticism from others because she is aware of her own value, and this awareness gives her the strength to cope with external pressures. Paying attention to aesthetics and image is a woman's way of expressing herself, and this has a positive effect on others. A woman who feels good about herself inspires confidence and motivation in those around her. Her inner and outer harmony is reflected in her surroundings, and people respect her. This is not only about outward appearance, but also an expression of a woman's inner world. An aesthetic image reinforces self-love and respect, and sets an example for those around her to behave in the same way. In conclusion, aesthetics and taking care of one's image are related to a woman's awareness of her own value and reflecting that value to the outside world. This habit makes her feel good both physically and emotionally, gives her self-confidence, and helps her build healthier relationships with those around her. A woman who cares about aesthetics and her image experiences not only external beauty, but also inner beauty and balance. This attitude improves a woman's quality of life and empowers her both internally and externally. 8. Taking time for yourself and finding peace. One of the most distinctive habits of a high-value woman is taking time for herself and finding peace during this time. Taking time for yourself means not only resting physically, but also renewing yourself mentally and emotionally. Constantly focusing on the outside world and others can lead to a loss of personal peace and balance. Therefore, respecting one's own needs is an important part of self-care. Taking time for oneself helps a woman protect her boundaries, cope with stress, and keep her energy fresh. Taking time for oneself also creates an opportunity for a woman to hear her inner voice amid the fast pace of life. Today's fast-paced and demanding lifestyle may require constant rushing around, but a woman of high value takes time to pause and take a deep breath despite the hectic pace. During this time, she can engage in activities such as meditation, yoga, walking, or simply reading a book in a quiet environment to achieve inner peace. Such moments provide not only physical, but also mental and emotional renewal. Calming the mind and relieving stress enhances healthy thinking and problem-solving abilities. Taking time for oneself is also closely related to setting personal boundaries. A woman of high value is not concerned with meeting the demands of others, but with meeting her own needs. Prioritizing oneself does not always mean helping others. Sometimes, the best help comes from allowing one's own spirit to rest. Finding inner peace is necessary in order to be able to support others in a more productive and healthy way. Taking time for oneself helps a woman establish balance in her life, regain her inner strength, and feel more powerful. Taking time for oneself means stepping away from the pressures and demands of the outside world and embarking on a journey within. This provides not only personal peace, but also emotional balance. By listening to herself and respecting her needs, a woman builds healthier relationships. The time she gives herself teaches her self-respect and self-sacrifice. Finding peace through mental and emotional relaxation nourishes a woman's inner strength and offers her a better quality of life. This inner peace is reflected outwardly, and women form deeper and healthier bonds with those around them. Ultimately, taking time for oneself and finding peace is an integral part of a woman's life. This habit allows her to maintain inner balance, cope with stress, and enjoy everything in her life. Taking time for oneself is a fundamental way for a woman to recognize her own worth, prioritize herself, and make room for herself in the hustle and bustle of life. It is a habit that opens the doors to success and happiness in both personal and professional life. 9. Coping with difficulties and being patient. One of the strongest traits in the life of a high-value woman is how she deals with challenges. Challenges are an inevitable part of life, and every individual faces these obstacles. However, a high-value woman sees challenges not as personal attacks or obstacles, but as opportunities. This perspective gives her the ability to be more resilient and stronger. Coping with challenges and being patient is an expression of resilience not only against external events, but also against internal struggles. Patience develops a woman's ability to remain calm and focused in difficult times. Emotional resilience is at the core of coping with challenges. A woman of high value is conscious of managing her emotional responses when faced with difficult situations. Instead of panicking or becoming emotionally drained, she focuses on the essence of the situation and begins to think in a solution-oriented manner. Emotional resilience allows a person to control their emotional responses, avoid stress, and make healthier decisions in difficult moments. To develop this resilience, women can work on stress management techniques and self-care methods. Being patient is a critical component of coping with adversity because everything has its time, and some processes do not require immediate change or resolution. Being patient also involves being compassionate toward others and oneself. A woman of high value accepts the process she is going through when faced with challenges rather than judging herself, and knows that she will improve over time. This process also requires patience towards others. People can sometimes make mistakes, and change can take time. A patient woman responds to such situations with understanding and respects people's development processes. Being patient with oneself and others lays the foundation for strong and meaningful relationships. This makes it easier to get through difficult times. Another aspect of coping with challenges and being patient is accepting that every experience is a learning opportunity. A woman of high value is skilled at learning lessons from her struggles and using these experiences for her own growth. Challenges offer opportunities to develop new skills, push boundaries, and gain a deeper understanding of life. Being patient means taking a step back during this process and accepting that everything will fall into place in time. This woman knows that difficult situations are temporary and that everything will eventually work out. This understanding gives her great inner peace. Finally, dealing with challenges and being patient enables a woman to move forward in a stronger and more determined manner. Every challenge gives her new strength and resilience. A patient woman worries less about life's challenges because she trusts in the healing power of time and process. Being patient is about accepting slow progress and understanding that every step is important. This habit is not only a tool for personal growth, but also a demonstration of strength and determination to the outside world. No matter how great the challenges, a patient woman always finds the strength and resilience to overcome them. In conclusion, coping with challenges and being patient are among the most important habits in the life of a woman of high value. These qualities give her a stronger inner strength, develop her ability to cope with life's challenges, and inspire those around her. Challenges can be an opportunity for a woman to grow and develop. A patient and resilient attitude helps her make the most of these opportunities. Patience is not just a temporary state. It means developing lasting calmness and confidence in the face of challenges. This habit enables a woman to lead a strong, healthy, and balanced life in both her personal and professional life. The habits of a high-value woman shape not only her personal success, but also her impact on those around her. Habits such as respecting oneself, being open to continuous learning, overcoming challenges, and making time for oneself transform her into a source of inner strength. These habits not only reinforce external success, but also emotional and mental well-being. A woman of high value becomes a leader who constantly develops herself, takes care of herself, and inspires those around her. By discovering herself in every step of her life, maintaining inner balance and inspiring others, she has the power to transform not only her own potential, but also society. These habits enable every woman to discover the strength within her and live a powerful life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care of yourself and see you in the next video. Remember, a woman is the person who has the power to change the world. Boldly forge your own path and enjoy every moment.